Hello everybody, welcome to another stream. I know it's been a while. I know I keep saying I'm going to do one per week and I don't, but hopefully that is all to change here. It's been a while, so let me make sure my setup is nice and appropriate here. Man, they put my chat on the other side. What is going on with that? That's weird. Okay, no, that'll be all right. That'll be all right. I think we'll be fine. I think I can pop out the chat and move her wherever I want. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Alright, so I'm hoping to go back to Wintertodt today and do some farming breaks as well. So let's get to it. Man, everything is out of whack here with the new computer, so I gotta like resize everything again. Good. Alright, so what do I need from here? That's the true question. Trying to figure out what I want to do. So I want to do the farm runs. So I'm going to need some runes. Then I need some seeds. What is my farming level? Man, I should have prepared a little bit before going live, because I'm totally unprepared here. Let me go back. Let me see. Farming is at level 12. So I can do tomatoes. I can do tomatoes. That's nice. Flowers. And I can do marigold to protect the tomatoes. That'll be good. And then can I start herbs? I can do guam leaves. Alright, so we got that. Tomatoes, guam, and marigold is what I need. There we go. So we got all that. And I think all my farming tools. Hey, Akatsuki, welcome in. Good to see you. I was apologizing when I went live because I know every time I stream I keep saying, you know what guys, I'm going to do one stream or episode at least per week, and I keep not following through with that, but I think now that things have stabilized where I'm at and my computer's set up, I think I'll be able to keep that promise starting with today. So probably going to be a long stream today, trying to figure out where I am here. It's been a while since I played RuneScape, so trying to get organized. I need to get my Wintertodt stuff. I'm going to be doing farm runs in between Wintertodt, so I'm trying to get all my farming stuff here in order. Alright, let me deposit all this rogue stuff. I've done enough thieving. And then I'll need a games necklace, I believe, so I can teleport to Wintertodt. I only have one? That's a bit of a problem. So I've got 7 teleports with it. That's okay. That'll last a little while. And I forgot what the route is. Dang it, I totally forgot where all these farms are. I know there's one in Falador. I know there's one near Sears Village and Ardoin. Yeah, let me go to the Ardoin one. I think it's north of here if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right here. Okay, good. I need to turn in my cat thing. which I already forgot what that's called. Man, it's hard coming back when you take a break like this. There you go, kitten tracker. It's already hungry. My God. All right, let me just stop by the bank again real quick. I don't want my cat to die or whatever. There's a gear rebalance coming? Yeah, I've been getting a few emails about updates on the horizon, but admittedly, I have not been reading them. Alright, I guess any fish will do, so let me just grab one of these. God dang it. I forgot I have my bank set to withdraw all. Where's the cat? It's probably stuck behind some wall. You know what? Let me get the graceful too. Alright, sorry for this messy start, but once I get in the flow of things, I think we'll be alright. How's the audio level, by the way? With the new computer, I kind of had to rebalance everything, so I don't know how it sounds on the stream. I'm just kind of looking at the audio meters here, and it seems alright. Looks like maybe the mic's a little too loud. Alright, there you go. Audio sounds fine. Alright. Thanks for the feedback there. Okay, good. So I got some dead cabbage. I got some live cabbage. Let's see, I'm gonna need the rake for the weeds, the dibbler, the spade. I think that's all for now. And grab these, and then I can throw them in the compost bin. Looks like I'm gonna level up the farming here pretty soon. Alright, so that's nice and filled. Let's close that. Got some dead rosemary. Alright, let me rake this since I'm going to be trying to plant some herbs now too. Nice, 13. This is really what it's all about, is planting these herbs. Alright, hopefully that'll grow. And then let me do the marigold on the flower patch. Hopefully protect the tomatoes. And then I think probably need to compost the herbs, right? whereas the marigold will take care of the tomatoes. Why can't I do this? I'm a little confused. There we go. So it's just one bucket per. I'll do it on the flower as well because nothing's protecting that. There's some good route videos. Yeah, I think I've looked at all that. It's just I forgot everything. And honestly, I should have spent like 20 minutes preparing before going live. But now that I'm live, I'm just kind of trying to survive here. All right, let's do the Falador farm, which I think is also north. No, it's south. My bad. Cat needs attention. Of course, I picked the one wrong thing. Okay. Yeah, I think the only 3 that are easy for me to get to right now is that one in Ardoin I just did, the one here in Falador, and the one near Camelot. All the other ones are kind of out of the way without fairy rings or quests and things like that. Can I go through here? I can. Was that even... Yeah, that was kind of worthless actually, because it's all the way on the other side. Oh well. I also forgot how to do Wintertodt, so I'll have to remember that once I get to it. Oh, so this compost is ready. Interesting, okay. Well, I guess I should probably empty it first. I only have 2 empty buckets. That's a problem. I need more buckets. Dang, okay. Well, let me clear everything here. I guess I might as well compost even the tomatoes just because I need to get some empty buckets here. Alright, it looks like it's empty. Are you thinking about doing the no shop thing? next time you go. It's been pretty fun. I know I haven't been playing much, but it's not from a lack of desire. It's just I've been so busy. I'm always itching to play. Alright, so that's another one. Now let me go to Camelot. And then from here, I think it's to the east. Where's the farm here? Okay, there it is. Yeah, a little to the east. Nice. So nothing rotted here, that's good. Next 20 years. Yeah, you know what? I may be slow, I may take breaks, but the one thing I don't lack is persistence. And if you need proof of that, just look at the Lord of the Rings Online series, which is honestly what I should be recording right now instead of streaming because I'm super behind on that. There's currently no videos being uploaded on my channel, which is really sad coming off out of last year in which I uploaded every single day. It's kind of sad to not have any videos being uploaded. I'm trying to record the next season for Lord of the Rings Online. I have a few episodes, but a lot of work needs to be done. I don't know if I mentioned this anywhere else, but I switched the software that I'm using for photo and video editing. I used to use all the Adobe products, so Photoshop and Premiere Pro. And they're good products, but so expensive. It's like over $600 a month just to be able to use it. And they like track everything you do in all your files, and I don't really like that, so I decided to come off the Adobe products. So it's taking me a while to get used to the new software too, so my workflow is really slowed down. The video software I'm using is actually not bad. It's called Kdenlive. It's free open source and very easy to use, not having any issues with that. Switching over from Adobe, but Photoshop is spectacular and I certainly miss it. I'm using GIMP instead now and I'm struggling with that software. I'm struggling. It's hard to use. Even doing basic things like outlining, I'm having a difficulty. I don't know, it's tricky. So even simple things like making icons for videos, it's taking me way too long. Alright, let's do Guam. Get some tomatoes. Taking so long to do this farming. By the time I finish here, my first patch is going to be ready. Okay, so I think that's it for now. So I think I can finally go to Wintertodt and try to remember how to do this thing, because it has been a hot second. So I know for sure I need my winter clothes. That's the most important thing. I don't want to be dying. Oh, I should have deposited this stuff with the leprechaun. That's okay. Deposit this, deposit all the runes, all the farming stuff. Okay, so winter clothes. Yeah, the hunter garb. I need a knife, I need a tinderbox, I need the hatchet. And I need cakes, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I definitely need cakes. Yeah, you know what? In a few previous tax years, I was deducting that expense because I do some other stuff on my computer that I can tangibly attach to my work. So I've been claiming that as tax deductions, but still, it's not like it helps that much. Okay. Let me move over to a Wintertodt world. I forgot what it was. 307. Yeah, and I don't know about the channel blowing up now that I'm dramatically decreasing the pace. Alright, let's roll. He's at 85%, so I could probably still get something out of this. Do need to get Entity Hider on. Try to get at least a 500 points here for this first round, of course. Ah, yes, the little music. It's all coming back to me. The muscle memory of doing this. Alright, let me just start burning some of this. Nobody's healing the Pyromancer. He's been down for a long time. Oh yeah, we can't light it with the other guy. Alright, so at least I got this. I guess I've been talking about all the bad news for the channel. You know, how I'm not going to be as active and how I got new software that's slowing me down and this and that. But good news is, with the brand new computer, I don't have to worry about any of the recording issues I was having before. And also, my internet is much more stable now because I'm not using Wi-Fi. I'm plugged in directly. So shouldn't have some issues that I've had in the past in terms of disconnects and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Akatsuki, you have to get creative with the tax stuff. Like this outrageous computer I just bought. Since I do work on my computer for part of my job, definitely writing it off on the taxes. Speaking of which, taxes are due in a couple months. I gotta get to filing. Such a pain in the butt, you know? They complicate it so much to where not only are you paying all this money, but you have to waste like a whole day of your weekend to do your taxes. Alright, I'll give the cat attention. Settle down. Wait until the round ends. I'm going for the straight fire making experience strategy, so no fletching, just straight burning logs. Because I want to move on and do other things in the game. I'm not going to try to optimize the farm runs either. I think I'll just do a farm run like once per hour or something like that. Yeah, I know I'll have to focus on the fletching eventually, but I feel like there are better ways to do that than through Wintertodt. Rather just get out of here and be able to do other things. It's not like you get that much experience here. That's right, escape from Blue Prison. I think I'm doing okay. Where am I? I don't even know. I'm at 93. So, yeah, pretty good. 7.2 million experience. So, past halfway. Alright, where's my cat? Oh, he grew up, I guess. Nice. Okay, so I'm done with the cat. I'll go tuck him in after this next round. Put him in the bank. Yeah, things are looking pretty healthy, I think. Not too bad. I'm eager to keep getting the farming up, and then now that I can put those bomb seeds down, hopefully get the herblore up, so that I can open up these crates. That's so annoying when you get like 4 hits in a row like that. Alright, I don't want to drive you guys crazy. Let's randomize the music. And by you guys, I mean Akatsuki, the only person here. I know I've said this before, but my only reluctance to randomize the music is that there's one track from Gnome Village that gets a copyright claim on the video, which is kind of annoying. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter that much. See, I like this track. This track's pretty cool. I forgot where it plays. Mausoleum. I think that's for the quest to get over into Mauritania, right? The Priest in Peril. I think that's where it's from. Alright, let's deposit some stuff. Way too late on my dodge. It's easy to get into a groove here and stop paying attention. The bare minimum, I gotta make sure I don't die. Nice, barely got 750 that round. Oh, I don't have a hammer on me. I just now realized I don't have my hammer to fix the brazier. What an idiot. Hopefully somebody will heal this guy. There we go. $290 per hour. That's a pretty good experience. Man. I know it, right? That Mkondo hammer. I love that thing. It's my favorite item so far. I still need to go back to that mine and get the last part of the mace to complete the mace. The reason I didn't do that is because it requires combat, so that's why. But as soon as I finish Wintertodt, I can do it. Okay, let's get the hammer. Speaking of which... The plan after Wintertodt is questing, I guess. I know I've been putting off a lot of quests because of the combat requirements and wanting to stay low combat for this, so I definitely want to start questing. I'm not sure how to go about it though. Like I don't have a particular order of quests that I'm looking to get done. I might do it regionally. Like try to get all the Draenor quests done and try to get all the Varrock quests done. I don't know, we'll see. That is a developing plan. I think it'll be good just to get some baseline combat levels too, so I might spend a stream or two just doing combat. Try to get like at least 60 attack, defense, strength. I don't know. Open to suggestions as well. Because the ultimate first phase goal for this account is all quests, right? I know that's a very long-term goal, but that's ultimately what I'm working towards. So I definitely want to get back into questing after this. I think I'm going to do one more round here, and then I'm going to check on my farms. I didn't really check what time I did them, but I think it's... Has it been about an hour? It feels like it. Well, I guess I could check my stream time. I've been streaming for an hour and 4 minutes. Probably took me, what, like 10 minutes in the beginning? So yeah, I'll go check after this. Yeah, that's true. I'm not really trying to specialize in any one specific style, but I feel like melee is the best place to start because it's the most versatile one. Magic for Ibans. That makes sense. My magic is pretty healthy already. It's at 51. It's a good start. I think magic and ranged is also a good idea for Ironman because I know there will be multiple quests where you can safe spot some enemies. I guess the very question that you're asking, what is next after Wintertodt, is kind of exciting because there's just so many paths I could take after Wintertodt, not being limited by trying to keep my combat level low. There's just so many different ways that I could go. So I'm very excited to get this done. Gonna try to push hard on it. Alright, let me get out of here. Let's go do a farm run. Need my runes as well here. Might level up my magic from teleporting pretty soon. Just keep in mind that to get a weapon upgrade for some style, you may need to grind with a different style. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. It's not like I said, I'm not trying to focus on one specific style. If I need to train a little bit of ranged, I don't mind it. I need to do it anyway eventually. Alright, looks like the marigold did its job, kept my plants healthy. Is there any specific use to tomatoes or not really? Should I just compost them? Nice, 16 farming. And then the marigold. Do I do anything with this marigold? Man, only 2 empty buckets. That really sucks. I need more buckets. All right, let me deposit these. Let me grab these. Yakovo, welcome in. Just finished a good chunk of Wintertodt, and now I'm checking all my farm patches. The Guam leaf is still growing, so I should have waited a little longer, it looks like. It's in stage 4 out of 5. I feel like, I don't know, do I loiter around waiting? Just eat these tomatoes, get them out of the inventory. Man, I really... how long is this gonna take? Let me look this up real quick. Let me go to the wiki. Let me not be lazy. Okay, let's see. Guam. Oh, so it's 80 minutes for the Guam. Growth time is 4 times 20. So I've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. So this probably has like another 10 minutes or so before it finishes growing, which is kind of annoying because... Okay, well... The question is, do I just go and take care of the other patches, or what? My timing is all off here. Yeah, the herbalism grind is beginning. That's what I'm excited about. I finally want to be able to start getting this up. I feel like I should loiter around here a little bit. You know what I can do? I think I will go to Falador, the Falador farm, and I'll probably grind some buckets for a few minutes. And by grind buckets, I mean I'm going to try to get some buckets from the farm next door by world hopping. Although after doing Tempros, I think the best way to grab buckets on an Ironman would be to go to Tempros, because there's a little bin that you can just pick up an infinite amount of buckets in. It's true, one can never have enough buckets. I'm learning that as I'm doing these farm runs now. Looks like all my stuff died here. That sucks. Including the herbs. Tough loss. Ah yes, the bucket collection stream. Alright, Genie. Let's see, let's go with... I don't know, what do we go with here? I feel like I'm gonna go with the herb lore always. Yay, 50 herb lore experience. Woohoo. Look at that, it worked. Level 6 herb lore. I'll take it. Let me plant some more guam. Let's see if this is ready. Yes, it is. Yeah, I do have a lot of Tempros to do if I want to get my fishing all the way up. Okay, hopefully these will not die next time. Now let me just go to Camelot. I don't feel like grinding buckets on that farm next door. I learned my lesson though. It needs to be 80 minutes. Alright, everything died here except for the guam, which is good because that's really the only one I care about surviving. Although I missed out on all the experience, so maybe not. Alright, come on now. These are all empty? Ah, never mind. I was using the ones at the bottom. Alright, 17. Surely this is not ready yet. Yeah, it's still in state 4 out of 5. Wow, that marigold already died? I just planted it. No, it just moved on to stage 2 already. Okay. Only got 1 bucket. The plants remember my massacre of trees. I remember that. What was that, episode like 3 or something, where I was deforesting all of Draenor? That's fair. Mass deforestation, not reforestation. If I was reforesting, the plants would be very happy with me. Alright, do I go back? Do I go back to that Ardoin one and check on the... Yeah, see, it's been 1 hour and 20 minutes now, so it's been 80 minutes. But it probably took me about 5 minutes to get there and actually plant. So they should be almost ready. I might as well. Sorry for the poor timing on this run. I'll do better moving forward. I'll know that we're at 80. There we go. They're ready to be picked. Perfect. And I need a spade, of course. Let me grab a compost. Let me grab 2, because I'm going to go back to that Sears Village one, too. Nice, 5 herbs out of that. I'll take it. Then I guess I can clean them, start getting some herbal experience. Wow, that's horrendous. It's like 2.5 experience per. That's pretty bad. Let me take a look. So for me to even be able to use the Guam leaf, I'm going to need Eye of Newt, which is impossible to get as a no-shop Ironman. So that's a problem. If you remember, I was like so excited because I was hunting for an Eye of Newt for the Witch's Potion quest, and it was like a 1 in 250 drop rate, and I got it pretty quick, and I was so excited. So, yeah, I'm kind of screwed here. Guam leaf and swamp tar. So I could save them until I'm 19, but that's a long ways away. So I'm not really sure what to do with these early Herblore levels. I don't know if there's a good way for me to do this. Do you guys recommend anything? As a no-shop person that can't buy Eyes of Newt? What's my pathway to like 20 Herblore? Yeah, there are the herblore quests, but if I recall, a lot of them require combat, so I might have to wait until after Wintertodt. Alright, so these are still finishing up, but shouldn't take too long. While I'm waiting a few minutes, let me actually look at herblore and see what quests would give me experience and if I'm locked behind any of them on the wiki here. Alright, quests rewarding herblore experience. Druidic ritual, of course, I did that. Jungle potion requires combat. Recruitment drive. Doesn't look like it requires any significant combat, but it requires Black Knight's Fortress, and that does require some combat. Hero's Quest, obviously I'm a long ways from that. The dig site quest, see, that's an important one because that will open up my birdhouse runs as well. So this may be a good quest for me to do. The dig site quest. That gives 2,000 herblore experience. Okay. I could do that. So I might do dig site. Ah, but wait a second. I need 10 herblore to be able to do dig site. So I need at least 10 herblore. Yeah, I don't know. These early levels are going to be a grind unless I can find Eyes of Newt, which I will not be able to find easily. I could just sit down and grind and wait for them to drop, but that will require a lot of combat because I would have to kill a lot of enemies. Trying to see where else I can get them. It looks like only monster drops. Yeah, pretty much only monster drops. And probably the best would be cave bugs in the Lumbridge Swamp Caves. They're level 6 and they have a 1 in 64 drop rate. But that defeats the purpose if I'm trying to stay low combat. Yeah, I'm kind of screwed, huh? That sucks. This thing still has not grown. Let me give it another couple minutes. Yeah, because even the next potion will require combat. Ground unicorn horn, which I'm assuming you get by killing unicorns, like Yakovo mentioned. What about this thing? Relisim's Balm. It's a potion that can cure disease. But that's a quest potion, so it's not something I can mass produce. Hey Dratium, welcome in. See, in this case, it's not about taking ages. Oh, you're talking about this thing to grow. Yeah, it's 80 minutes apparently for the Guam herb to grow, and I didn't know that, so I mistimed. But I'm right at about 80 minutes, so any second now. I just want to wait for it before I go back to Wintertodt. But yeah, I don't know if you just got here, but the problem I'm facing is because the whole point of me doing all of this was to increase my herb lore level before opening my Wintertodt crates. But I've realized that to do even just a basic potion, I need Eyes of Newt, which I can't get in any reasonable way. So I'm trying to find an alternate path to increasing my herb lore. Unless I finish the Wintertodt grind, don't open any of the crates, then go and get a bunch of Eye of Newts by killing monsters, then get the herb lore up, and then open the crates, but that sounds like a nightmare. I could try to... I mean, really, if I could get it to 19, it would be good, because then I can do the Guam Leaves with the Swamp Tar instead of Eye of Newt. And that'll give me good experience, I think. Hey David, welcome to the chat. I do understand that I can buy Eyes of Newt, but however, if you look in the description, the catch to my playthrough is that I'm doing an Ironman account that is no shop, meaning I cannot purchase anything at any shop. It's a self-imposed restriction, which is a lot of fun, but as you can see, makes things a little complicated. So even simple things like trying to make my basic attack potion for herb lore becomes a tremendous task because of the Eye of Newt. Alright, come on now. It's been 80 minutes. I'm too attached to waiting for it to finish before heading back to Wintertodt. But I'm losing my patience. Alright, I'm gonna wait 3 more minutes, or we're just gonna go. The problem is you barely get any experience from cleaning these herbs too, so I thought, you know, maybe I could just clean herbs all the way up to 19, but that would take a tremendous amount of time. Good news, though, is that we're getting there in terms of fire making. Close to 7.5 million experience. We're getting there. Alright, there we go. It's grown. Perfect. Let me plant the next batch here. Yeah, barely any experience. Okay, back to Wintertodt we go. What time is it? It is 6 p.m. where I am, so it's going to be ready at 7:40. Alright. Make a mental note of that. I'm gonna type it in the chat. Just so I don't forget. It'll be ready at 7:40. Back to the grind. Oh, I have another grimy leaf here. And I forgot to deposit all my farming stuff with the leprechaun, but oh well. I'll put the marigold here. I don't know if I'll ever need that. Alright, let's get the warm clothes. Let's get everything else I need. And some cakes. Clean that one and put it back. Dang, I forgot to put this back too. I gotta get in a good flow. Take a look at Newt Roost. Requires Tower of Life quest and drops lots of eyes. See, I'm kind of curious. Let me look that up real quick. The Newt Roost is a hybrid of a newt and a rooster. Makes sense. You can create it with creature creation. So you use an Eye of Newt and a feather in the altar. And then I guess you kill it. And it'll drop between 4 and 10 eyes of Newt. So you put in 1 eye and you get back 4 to 10 eyes. But the problem is I would get combat experience. But that's a pretty good idea if I need a lot of Eye of Newts. I feel like I'm missing the hatchet. No, never mind. I have the hatchet. My inventory feels empty. It feels like I'm missing something. I got the warm clothes, I got the tinderbox, the hatchet, I'm wearing the hammer, got the knife. I think I'm good. And this is perfect timing. New round starting soon. And back to the grind, boys. Just gonna eat this damage. That farm run was a disaster. That took way too long. I need to optimize and make it quick. I guess the first step in doing that is knowing the timing of everything so I'm not sitting around waiting. But I feel like that wasted a lot of time. And also I'm going to need to make more games necklace because I only have 5 charges left on this thing. And I did my math totally wrong. It's not 7:40, it's 7:20 that the herbs will be ready. It's 80 minutes, not an hour and 40 minutes. That would be 100. How long is it looking like for 99 fire making? I don't think it's going to take too long. Maybe a few more streams because, well, this is kind of wrong right here, the calculator, but if I'm at Wintertodt, I'm getting like 300,000 experience per hour. And it goes up every level, so let's just kind of round it a little bit and say, let me round down. So let's say 4 hours per million experience, and I need like 5 million more. So we're looking at like 20 hours. Which I guess that does sound like a lot, but let's say 5 streams. If I stream for like 4 hours, within 5 streams, I should hopefully get the Wintertodt finished. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the energy, man. The round's almost over and I'm sitting there chopping wood like an idiot. Whoops. Yeah, 20 hours is not bad at all. It's very manageable. That's a blink of an eye in RuneScape time. Akatsuki, you said you haven't played for a while? Remind me, were you pretty active when I started this whole thing? Did you stop recently, or have you not been playing for a while? I don't know, I always assumed you were a pretty active player. Let me see if I can push for 750 points this round. Might be too close. I think I'll make it. Did not make it. Miscalculated. You're on and off casual. Okay. Fair enough. I guess I assumed you were pretty active because you're literally here for like every stream, and you're always the first one here. Hey Cam, welcome in. It's nice to see all the familiar faces after such an inconsistent time of streaming for me. You love a Wintertodt stream? You are a rare breed, my friend. We're all here struggling together. Akatsuki calls it the blue prison. I tend to agree. But everybody who's here for these streams will get to enjoy when we finally get out of here. It's gonna feel that much more special if you've been here through the grind. The Gargoyle boss, I don't even know what that is. Is that a fairly new addition to the game? Like a Desert Treasure 2 thing, or am I just sounding stupid right now? Couple of years ago. Yeah, I mean, I know I've said this in previous streams before, but one of the things I'm most excited about in this playthrough is to get to all the bossing. Something I never really participated in when I've played the game on and off for years and years. So I'm really excited to start doing bosses. I saw a while back, like before I did my move, that they approved like a new noob low-level boss in the Varrock sewers. Like the Rat King or something like that. That seemed fun. Hopefully by the time I'm ready to start bossing, that thing will be out. I do want to start slow and easy being a Ironman account, you know? I want to get used to it before I take on big challenges. Scurrius is out. Is that the one I was talking about? Sounds right. Scurrius. That sounds like a rat name. Nice, nice. Yeah, that would be cool. So I might go do that after I'm done with Wintertodt. As I'm sure you're aware, the reason I'm not doing any combat-related stuff is because I want to keep my HP low for this. But as soon as I'm done, I will be doing all the fun stuff. I was telling Akatsuki before you came in that we have about 20 hours left on the Wintertodt grind until 99, which is not too bad. So I'm thinking I can get that done within about 5 streams or so if I average 4 hours per stream. You never want to come to Wintertodt? That's right, Yakovo. I'm going to be so frustrated by the time I finally get to 99 that I'll have like extra motivation to play well and efficiently on combat and just destroy every monster in Gielinor. The thing that I'm frustrated about now is the Herblore thing, because I was hoping to get the Herblore up before opening all the crates, but I don't see the pathway to doing that. Just because, again, I can't make this initial potion because there's no way I can get Eye of Newths, being no shop. Cam, I have done some Tempros. If you check the playlist, there's a handful of Tempros streams and a Tempros episode. And actually, the main reason I was doing Tempros was to get planks, so I could do mahogany homes. So I could build a tool cabinet, so I could get farming equipment without a shop, so I could do farm runs, so I could get the Herblore and farming up, so I could open up these reward crates at a higher farming and Herblore level. So I am doing farm runs in between Wintertodt now too. You just missed it, I just finished checking on my patches before coming back here. Yeah, I'll warn you that the playlist is kind of messy. I tried to organize it in a way and I didn't like it and now it's a bit scrambled. So I need to go fix the playlist. All the videos are in there, they're just a little bit out of order. I'm gonna go back and fix it when I have some time. Oh yeah, I mean the highlight of Tempros I feel like I should mention is a little bit of a spoiler, I guess, if you haven't seen those, but I did get the Tempros pet. It felt a little dirty because I got it pretty easy and early on. I know some people grind for hours and hours and hours to get it, and I got mine pretty easy. I did get the pet. What annoys people even more is that I just put him in the bank. Because, well, at least for this, because what happens is sometimes that snow falls and you have to move out of the way to take damage, and you click the spot right behind you to avoid it. But when you have a pet, the pet's right behind you. So if you click that spot, you talk to the pet instead of moving out of the way. I know that sounds like a silly reason, but that's the reason I have him in the bank. Yeah, Akatsuki, I might have to do that. I might have to get the 99 fire making, then grind Herblore before opening the crates, which will be a bit anticlimactic, right? Because you feel like, alright, I got 99 fire making, let me open all these crates, but I may be in the position where I might get the 99 fire making, and then have to go grind Herblore before opening the crates. Are any of you guys mixed martial arts fans? Any MMA fans in here? UFC 298 tonight? All right, can we get some crickets in the chat? Some crickets? Boost Fighting, so it's a really good card. There's a lot of really good fights on the card. The main event is Alexander Volkanovski, who has essentially ruled the 145-pound division for a really long time. He was #1 pound for pound for a long time as well. Versus Ilia Topuria. He's an undefeated fighter. He's from Georgia, but grew up in Spain, so he identifies as a Spanish fighter. So that should be a really good fight. The co-main event is going to be Robert Whittaker. He's the former middleweight champ against Paulo Costa. I don't know if you know any of these people. Then you got Ian Gary versus Jeff Neal. You got Henry Cejudo, former 2-division champ and Olympic gold medalist, against Merab Dvalishvili. So some really good fights on the card. Yeah, if you've heard of anybody out of the people that I've mentioned, those would be the two. Volkanovski and Whittaker. They're both from the Pacific. They're both from... Well, yeah, they're both from Australia. They're both Aussies. But they're superb athletes. What's fun for me is that where I live now, my apartment building is on top of a bar, and this bar buys all the pay-per-views. So it's really fun. Every time there's a pay-per-view now, I go downstairs and watch it at the bar, and it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to all the fights that I listed. Those are all bangers. It's really cool when you get at least like 3 or 4 fights in a card that are really exciting. So all 4 of those that I listed are going to be really cool. But certainly I'm excited about the main event. I think that's the one I'm most excited about. Volkanovski is one of my favorite fighters. Just because he's a monster and he's also just like a really cool human being overall outside of the ring. I'm also a big Robert Whittaker fan, but I'm also a fan of his opponent, so sometimes those fights are interesting where you're kind of rooting for both guys almost. Are we still here, boys? I got a chat disconnected message. Did my stream go down? Anybody give me like a thumbs up, thumbs down in chat? Well, I guess you can't give me a thumbs down if you can't hear any of this. Alright, we're here. Cam says we're here. Yeah, I don't know. It said chat disconnected and then it reconnected, so as long as this stream is still up, we're good. I was bragging earlier that although I've been inactive recently because of the move, the good news is that there shouldn't be any more internet issues because I'm not on Wi-Fi anymore. I'm plugged in directly. And then, of course, I say that and I saw that disconnect and I got a little paranoid, but looks like that was not a problem. I guess the only other problem is I made a lot of modifications to my home network. So I'm running everything behind like a firewall and VPN and all these different settings, which certainly do affect my upload and download and all that, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. I don't think there's going to be any disconnects. Oh, I need to bank after this. Didn't realize I was down to my last cake. Oh no, I moved out of the way, but I came back too quick. Took that giant avalanche to the face. Alright, Drashim also confirming no problems. Thanks for that. Drashim, when you're in chat, I feel a little guilty because I know you enjoyed the Lord of the Rings series. And it's like, there's no Lord of the Rings videos going up. What are you doing streaming RuneScape? I know, I'm working on it. I'm working on the next season in the Wastes, but wanted to do a bit of a stream tonight. Ah, you're still in the 500s. Okay, yeah, you'll be good. By the time you get to where I am, I'll definitely be back on track with the series. And the sad thing is there's going to be another lag after the wastes. It's not just going to jump into the next season because I'm going to go back and try to hit a lot of the things that I missed. And one thing that I'm concerned about is the Shire, the chicken quests. The running the coop and all those. Those are tricky. Those quests take like hours to complete with extremely high risk of failure. So for those, I'm actually planning on streaming attempts. Because it may not be just as easy as doing the quests, you know? It may take many hour-long attempts to get it done, so those chicken quests I will probably stream. And then whenever I do get a successful attempt, I will upload it as an episode. But obviously, if I'm doing that, there's going to be a pause to the series until I am able to get it done. Should be fun, though. I could always get somebody to escort me for the chicken quests, but I feel like it could be fun to try and do it solo. Ah, I remember that quest line. That was a really fun quest line. Forgot where exactly that is. Somewhere in Rohan for sure, but forgot specifically where, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that Lotro playlist is a beast. Takes a lot of dedication to get through that. I'm always impressed when I get a comment. Every once in a while, somebody will comment and say, I'm finally caught up on this. And not to antagonize the audience, obviously, but I cannot imagine people actually watch this. I know it's a silly thing to say because I make the videos, but it's one thing to play and record and make the videos. I just can't imagine watching that entire series. It's very impressive. But to be fair, most people say they're background watchers, which makes sense. So they'll be doing something or playing the game on their own and they'll kind of have it up on a second monitor or in the background. That's a lot of commitment though, to watch the full series. And honestly, I don't know why I even said that, because I say that and I go and watch other people's playthroughs from start to finish. So, scratch everything I just said. I do understand. 3 more years to catch up. Sounds about right. I wonder how long I have until I'm actually caught up on the content. It seems like in 2023, I did make a lot of progress. I mean, I'm almost to Mordor. The season I'm recording currently is the one before Mordor, so... But then I think that, and then I realized that the Mordor expansion actually came out a really long time ago. So, maybe I'm not that close. Oh, do you skip some of the dungeons and instances and things like that? Yeah, I know there's a lot of content after Mordor. And I know some of the content coming up ahead is a little bit grindy, like in terms of reputation and things like that. So I know there's a lot ahead. I think it'll also be fun once I'm essentially caught up to maybe stream some Ettenmorse. Some player versus monster player. That might make for some good times. I know it's kind of dead overall, but I think there's still some fun to be had there. Yeah, I get that, Drasham. It makes sense. If you're soloing through the game and trying to go through the content, it can really slow you down if you try to do the group content and instances and things like that. So in most cases, it's easier to just kind of skip that stuff. Totally get that. I guess in my case, since I'm trying to 100% the game, that's the reason why I take my time and make sure to do that content. You can always go back to some of those things once you're very much over-leveled past it. That way you can actually solo some of that group content. Oh man, look at that. 5 viewers. I'm balling out of control here. This stream is going nuts. 5 viewers. It's like a record for me. Five poor souls willingly suffering, not actually doing Wintertodt, but watching somebody do Wintertodt. That is pure bravery there. You guys are outrageous. Only mild sarcasm in my last minute of comment there. Oh, that's cool. A group playthrough. A nice and slow group playthrough. That's fun. It would be cool if I have kids one day to do something like that with the kiddos. 10 years from now or something. A family stroll through Mordor. I already said I have to have kids in order to finish the RuneScape series. You know, if I'm trying to 100% RuneScape, it's going to take multiple generations to accomplish that, so the whole gaming family thing already has to happen in one regard. I need an heir to continue the journeys of Dark Elf 609. If I die on this account, I want to continue the account. I would not restart. I would keep the no shop thing for sure. The no shop, all the same rules will apply. It's just the hardcore status will be gone. Yeah, could you imagine a 7-year-old having to carry me through a dungeon? That would not be good. That would be a bad look. But I'll be a proud papa if that happened. Yeah, the thing, Cam, is most people who do these sorts of series on RuneScape, like they have a playthrough with some rule restrictions or a hardcore status or something, most of those people have like a main account. I don't have anything. This is my only account, so it would be silly for me to throw it away if I lose the hardcore status. Again, the main goal is to show all the content of RuneScape and explore it as much as possible. That's kind of what I want to accomplish with this. And then all the rules on top of that is really just to make it more interesting, more fun, more exciting. And if you really think about it, losing the hardcore status doesn't change anything. I just don't get the little red helmet over here. I guess it makes it a little less exciting because every episode that I put out, there's always that risk that this could be the one that he loses the hardcore status. So it makes it a little more exciting in that regard, but I don't know. I've had a couple close calls, mainly due to my own stupidity. There was a bear that almost ate me outside of Falador. I think if he had gotten one more hit on me, I would have been toast. And he did get one more hit on me, but it missed, so it hit for a 0. If it had hit for anything else, I would have been dead. And then I managed to run away. Good times. Yeah, that's the thing I'm worried about, Cam, is... I mean, so far, I really haven't done anything that's dangerous, to be fully honest. There has been no danger to this journey. But once I start doing things that do require some risk, I have a bad feeling because I'm a pretty bad player. And the only way to get better is to practice, right? But practice requires risk because you're learning something. When you're learning, you don't know what's going on, so it's gonna be hard to keep the hardcore status, I think. It's like, how can I prepare for a very difficult fight without trying the fight? You know what I mean? And by trying the fight, I'm putting myself in that big risk already. Oh no, I would not wing anything. I would absolutely prepare for anything that I'm doing. As much as I can, anyway. Yeah, I'm not gonna, like, jump into a boss without, like, knowing how the mechanics work. I could see why that would be entertaining as a viewer, but just because I will continue the account if and when I lose the hardcore status doesn't mean that I'm gonna not try to protect it as much as I can. Yeah, you try just to get the basic idea and just jump in there. That's fair. That's definitely something I would probably do if I weren't trying to protect a hardcore status. But yeah, I cannot wait to be done with this, so I can do all the fun combat-related stuff. Do barrows, do bosses, do quests. It's gonna be exciting. Much more exciting than Wintertodt, to be sure. Void gear. Yeah, I'm so illiterate when it comes to RuneScape stuff. Like what gear for what. I'm totally unprepared for any of that. Just because I haven't had to go through it yet, but I guess I'll figure it out when I get there. Yeah, but part of the fun is the risk, you know? The risk of losing all your stuff. The risk of losing a hardcore status. It makes the reward and the payoff that much better. Just like 99 fire making, you know? If it wasn't such a pain and so many hours of doing this, it wouldn't feel so good to finally complete the task. That's how they get you, man. That's how they get you hooked. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure a majority of mini games that you do, like pest control, for example, you don't lose hardcore status if you die. Depending on the mini game, you always have to check. I'm not sure what you're referring to with that one. That's unfair stunning me? Trapping me? Trying to remember where I might have said that. I guess my only other close-ish call so far in the playthrough was when I was fighting one of those monks for the Priest and Peril quest. Because he looked deceptively easy, but he had like an insane regen rate. Like his health regen was just nuts. And I didn't know that going into the fight. I think I was down to like my last piece of food. Or maybe I'm mixing that up. That might have been the vampire in Draenor. No, I'm pretty sure it was the monk. I think the vampire also has really high regen, but I didn't have a close call with him. Okay, on the Lotra series, yeah, I mean, I consistently complain every time I get stunned in that game. That is true. I hate it so much. See, you don't understand. You don't understand unless you're a warden. Getting stunned in that game is one thing, but getting stunned as a warden is a whole nother experience. Because you're building your gambit, so your rotation is very specific, and any sort of interruption to it completely throws everything off. So getting stunned as a warden is just super annoying. Thus why I complain every single time it happens. Yeah, I think you're right, Drasham. I think they both have high regen, but I was not prepared for the monk, where I did have lots of food for the count. Yeah, the Warden, I think, is definitely one of the more difficult classes to play. But as with anything, Practice makes perfect. So once you practice the gambits and the rotations and you get a good system down, then it's not so bad. It just requires more time investment in terms of the practice. And I am not the best warden out there, but I would say I'm pretty average. I don't think I'm bad at it, but I also don't think I'm good at it. I haven't really dedicated to optimizing because it feels like it doesn't matter too much right now. Just because I don't have the right trait virtues unlocked yet because I'm not max level and so things are still going to change. So I haven't devoted enough time to fully optimize it. The top tier warden players though, they can handle anything thrown at them and they can solo like everything. So that's kind of exciting because there's such a big spectrum of what you can do with the warden gameplay. If you choose to be just a basic warden, you'll be fine. But if you really want to invest to really learning the class, there's no ceiling to what you can accomplish. And I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you get the point. The warden's very powerful. You can always practice. What I do is I practice at the dummies. So every once in a while when I feel like I'm kind of stagnant and falling behind, I'll really research the gambit rotations for different situations like single target damage, multi-target damage, healing, things like that. And then I'll design the gambit rotation and then I'll go to a dummy and just practice doing those rotations over and over again. That way you don't really die. You're not really fighting anything. You're just practicing the rotations on a dummy. I don't know if you know this though. I learned the hard way, but apparently the dummies just absolutely destroy your gear. Like you practice at a dummy for half an hour and all your gear gets broken and you spend like 2 gold repairing everything. Just something to be aware of. Alright, so I think the plan for the rest of the stream is to keep doing this until I get to 94 fire making. And then I'm going to check my farm rotation. Check all my farms and then we'll probably call it from there. So probably another hour, I think. Getting hungry, I want to eat my dinner. Yeah, it looks like maybe 45 minutes of fire making here. And then however long it takes me to go through my farms. What boost are you referring to? What VIP boost? Oh yeah, I forgot about those VIP things that you get at the boar fountain. I know about it, but I've never like actually used those. I need to do it. I know one of them is the one you mentioned where you get remote access to repairs and the vault and stuff like that, but what's the other one do again? I really need to do that. Been a VIP for as long as the game's been out, and I've never taken advantage of that. It's kind of ridiculous. Nice, 68 wood cutting. I didn't realize my wood cutting was that high already. I'll take 68, that's nice. No repairs to gear required? Really? I had no idea that was a thing. And here I am, wasting all my gold repairing gear like an idiot for all these years. And you know what the sad thing is? After this discussion, I'm still going to forget before I record the next episode to go activate that or whatever. I just know it. I'll try not to. I'll try not to. Keep that in mind. Go get the bore fountain upgrades. Renew it every 1 to 2 weeks. That's not too bad. And I've been going to the bore fountain fairly frequently to kind of change around the difficulty tier because the NPC is right outside the inn. So there's no excuse for me. Reforging remote as well. That's not that big of a deal anymore, is it? With the revamped legendary system? I guess you still do need to reforge it. In fact, I probably need to do that more often. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, the legendary system still kind of confuses me a little bit. And it's kind of tricky, right? Because it feels like your weapon is never truly optimized, because to optimize your weapon, you basically have to make sure all the things you have equipped on it is always up to date. But you're always leveling up, so it's always out of date. So I don't know, it's a little tricky. I'm almost to the point where I kind of just want to do it every once in a while until I'm max level and then finally get the final version of the weapon. It almost seems like a hassle to go reforge every time you level up or whatever. Reforge and check your heraldry and tracery and make sure they're up to date as well. It's almost like a full-time job doing that, so I tend to put it off until every, like, 2 seasons or so. Yeah, Drasham, that is my exact problem as well. I feel you. My bank is just filled with like all this random legendary item stuff. My weapon's out of date. It's just kind of confusing. And the sad thing is, it's slightly less confusing than the previous version of the legendary item system. So I'm glad they took a step in the right direction, but I still think that they need to revamp it again to something that's a little bit easier to deal with. Sometimes I feel like I'm being lazy by not fully understanding the system or upgrading and things like that, but I know I'm not the only one. And you're a perfect example, saying you're having all the same problems I'm having. So I think there's still a lot of room for improvement in the legendary system. The basic idea is very cool, that the item kind of grows with you and levels with you and becomes more powerful. but it almost becomes a chore to babysit that weapon, you know, if you really want it fully optimized at all times. Oh yeah, relearning the system for the first time is a big pain. Every time I go to upgrade my legendary weapon, I have to go to my own series and try to find the episode where I tried my best to explain how it works. Because at that time, I did some research so I could record that episode. But I always forget how everything works. So every time I go to that Rivendell library to upgrade, I find myself rewatching the very episode I recorded to try and remember how it all works. Yeah, you may want to take a look at it because there's nothing in terms of content in that episode besides actually just explaining the legendary system. I am completely blanking on where that episode is. Like, I have no idea after what season or what episode number it is. I always have to look for it. I don't even remember what I titled the episode. I'm sure it has something to do with legendary weapons. But if you find it confusing, it may be worth trying to search for it. Because I know, at least at the time, I had a good grasp on how everything worked, and I did my best to explain it clearly and precisely. And I think I did a good job overall, since I find myself going back to it. But it may or may not be helpful, I don't know. It may also be a little too specific for a warden too, so it might not be helpful. I don't know, I can't remember. Man, I should run for political office. I'm giving you very non-straight answers to everything. It may be helpful, or it may not. It may or may not be helpful. Maybe it's good, but only if you're a warden. Or it may be good as well for everybody else, but maybe not. I think I'm on my way to office. You have to kill it 211 times? What for? What is it for? I have no idea. Are you looking for a drop, or what's going on there? Oh, Slayer task. Yeah, that makes sense. Man, 2.5 minutes times 211 times. Yikes. You know what I've found in my very limited journey through Gielinor so far is that there are so many things to do in the game that it's beneficial to break up tasks, you know? Like, yeah, go grind the gargoyles for a few hours. When it starts to get to you, go grind something else for a little bit. Take a little break. Kind of like this thing. I probably am not going to grind straight to 99 fire making without doing anything else. I'll probably break it up with like an agility stream here or there. Because doing the same task for 100 hours will surely test your limits. Yeah, I may touch this again after 99. And the main reason I would do that is the pet, maybe. I mean, eventually I would be interested in the pet if I do not get it from all the crates I get to 99. But it's very possible that with all the crates I have stockpiled, that there's a phoenix waiting for me in there already. If I do come back to this after 99, it's going to be way down the road, though. I'm not going to come back to it anytime soon. Alright, looks like one more round, and then I'll be done with the fire making. And then I'll do my farm run. Let me go turn on my oven so I can get my food going after this. There it is, 94 fire making. Very nice. So almost 8 million total experience. We're getting there, we're getting there. Yeah, I feel like at this point, the levels don't matter as much. They mean less and less, and you're really more focused on total experience, right? What's the 99 experience? It's 13 million something. I just can't remember if it's like on the low end of 13 million or the high end of 13 million. But either way, comfortably past halfway now. Alright. I think that's enough Wintertodt for now. Let me go check on my farms. Let's get some more herbs, hopefully, unless they all died. Oh, I still had the helmet on. Thought I took that off. Alright, let's go to Ardoin. I just leveled up magic too. Nice, 52. Oh, and I went up in combat. Cool, 35. Ah, nice ripe tomato plants. Looks like they survived pretty well. My herb died. No, that's the important one. That's the important one. Alright, so I have no buckets, but I do have compost. Try to get some marigold planted here to protect the tomatoes. Yeah, dead herbs. Bad feeling. It's alright though, what you gonna do? Why is this not working? You gotta click like directly on the little herb, I guess. Alright, 18 farming. It's going alright. Getting some of those levels. Alright, next we are headed to Falador. I might look into getting super compost. I know it's a little bit trickier as a no-shop Ironman, but I think I can mine some saltpeter and put it in regular compost, I think. So I don't think that's terribly difficult to do. I might look into that before the next stream. Oh, everything looks so healthy here. Look at that. Ripe tomatoes. Perfect marigold. My herbs are fine. Excellent. Let me see if I can clear out this compost bin so I can start stuffing these tomatoes in there. No, not yet. So let me eat some of these to make room. And I guess I should not pick the marigold, right? Because it's protecting the tomatoes. I should just leave it there. I think that makes sense. Man, good yield on this patch. Wow, look at that. Filled up the inventory and there's still more. Alright, we'll keep going. I'll take that experience. Why not? Farming. Could probably switch from tomatoes to something else. All right, let's go to Sears Village. See some tomatoes. Don't see any herbs. Oh, there it is. My herbs are fine too. Good, good. Excellent. Unfortunately, these compost bins are all full, so I can't just stuff the tomatoes there. I have to just eat all of these. Alright, we got the leader hosing guy. Let's do it. Talk to the freaky forester. Yes, I can help you with some pheasants. Okay, I'll help you with your pheasants. Need you to kill the pheasant that has 4 tails. Sweet, got the hats. I think I have the full set for this now. I'm pretty sure I have the pants and the top for this already. Alright, everything is planted for the next round. And at 19 farming, let's see what I can do now. So at 20, I'll be able to do sweet corn. So I guess this will be the last time I do tomatoes, because I'll definitely get to 20 by then. And then let's look at flowers. What's going to protect sweet corn? So this thing, Scarecrow. However, Scarecrow is at 23. And then herbs, I can do Marentil, I can do Terramin. So I can already do some more advanced herbs, but I don't know if it's worth it. I guess I'll just use up all my Guam seeds and then kind of go from there. Okay, let's deposit all this junk. Very good. All right. So that's going to do it for this stream. Did a little over 3.5 hours. Good times. We made some good progress on the farming. A little bit of wood cutting. Definitely on the fire making. It's good to be back. Hopefully I'll be on a more consistent schedule now. Thanks everybody who stopped by, said hello, even if you just lurked. I appreciate all of you guys. And yeah, I'm always weird with these little outros because I don't know what else to say, but thanks again. Yeah, Cam, I am glad too. And again, I make this promise all the time, but this time, now that everything is set up, I really do think that I'll be able to keep the promise of one episode or stream for RuneScape per week. Probably going to be on the weekends. My new job is very busy, so my weekdays are pretty eaten up. But yeah, on weekends, I should be good. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. See you guys next time.